This is going to be the best version of A Christmas Carol this town has ever seen.
It seems there's been a mix-up with your result.
Wow. Whoever lived here before was obsessed with Christmas.
Wonderful.
My name is Mark Hefty. I am a screenwriter and producer.
My name is Rhiannon Fish. I'm an actress.
Hi, my name is Ron Oliver. I write and direct and produce and occasionally compose the music for movies. And the topic today are the Christmas movies I've made, which of all the films I've done, and there have been many, it would seem that the Christmas movies are the ones that really catch people's imagination.
I started maybe like 25 years ago or so, just kind of writing stuff for me to act in, first of all, and then I decided eventually that I enjoyed the writing process kind of more than the acting side, and it was something I just felt comfortable with. I love it. I can work from anywhere, work from my bed if I want to, so it's great. So here in the States we have it's called the Hallmark channel, a network, which is sort of like the Christmas hub. They do other stuff throughout the year, like a lot of romantic type stuff, but Christmas season, I think it starts pretty early, like October all the way through January. I think even they're all about Christmas, and they produce a lot of Christmas movies. But anyway, I did this movie for the Hallmark Network, and so then they said, pitch us some Christmas movies. And so the first one I pitched was this movie called My Christmas Family Tree.
Says I have a paternal match.
Hi.
The father she didn't know she had.
How about you come spend Christmas holidays with us?
And that was kind of my break into the Christmas scene, and then I've done a few others since then.
I started off, Neighbors was my very first job, and I speak of it so highly. That was wonderful. And then, of course, my biggest job in Australia was my 3.5-year stint on Home and Away, which, again, the best training ground. It's like you get to go to work every day and just sort of play and learn what works for you and what doesn't. Hallmark has just been the greatest blessing to come to me in my career. I did My Norwegian Holiday, which is a Christmas movie set in Norway, which we shot in Norway, magic. And then I just shot one for Hallmark that's airing this weekend called The Christmas Cup.
The Christmas Train was a big hit for us. Christmas Detour, another hit. Angel of Christmas. A long time ago, I did one called Dennis the Menace Christmas. If in fact I have directed more Christmas movies than anybody else on the planet, which is very possible. That all stems back from my mom, because my mom was a big Christmas person. She loved Christmas. And when I was a little kid, I still have the sense memories as a child of going down the staircase and seeing the tree. I'm like 6 years old, that sparkling tree. And I was a lucky kid. I had parents who really loved doing stuff like that.
I think the very definition of a Christmas movie, it's gotta be love. But that love is not only in romantic relationships. I think at the core of a lot of good Christmas movies, in my opinion, is not only the love for your family, but also there's this internal love that I see a lot of the characters sort of find for themselves.
You want to have every frame of the film filled with elements of Christmas. Nostalgia is a big part of it. People like to remember their childhood Christmases as a rule. Not everybody does, but many do. Usually there's Christmas gags. People have, they love stunts and things that happen in the Christmas event, like the Christmas tree falling over, or the sleigh taking off, or the toboggan going AWOL, and things like that happen. And then finally, I think tradition. That's one of the biggest and most important parts of the Christmas stories when I'm writing a script, is I try to find the traditions to make the story resonate with the audience.
This isn't necessarily what I think is a Christmas movie only, but this is what they tell me is a Christmas movie sometimes when you're writing them. We need snow, we need holiday activities, or ice skating, cutting down the Christmas tree, decorating the Christmas tree.
What makes you think we should be together?
Well, I don't think you should be together. Everyone thinks you should be together.
For a lot of these movies that I've done, most of them film in the summer. So, you're writing them kind of all year. First, for me, I'm like, right now I probably have like 10 different pitches out there. So it starts with a pitch, and then they'll come back to me and say, oh, we really like this one, and then you develop it. So I'll do an outline, and then you move to script if that, the outline gets approved. I've had situations where you need like a month to finish it and quick write it. In other situations where it's developed for like the most of the year.
It's hot. We shoot all these movies in the middle of freaking summer. Like this one, the Royal in Paradise 2, A Christmas Castle Proposal. We shot that during a heat wave in Brisbane. You know the kind of heat waves that you get in Australia where like an alert comes up on your phone and it's like, stay safe out there, guys. Like it's really hot. It means that all the snow is fake. And as an actor, I should have known that it wasn't real, but you don't until you're actually in it and you're sweating in your gloves and your beanie and your overcoat that you're like, oh yeah, wow, I should have known none of this is real.
The logistics of making a Christmas movie are astonishing to somebody who doesn't know how movies get made, because if you're watching this stuff, you know that every time you move the camera, you're moving snow blankets, fake snow blankets, and Christmas trees, and all of the stuff to make sure that it's Christmas in every frame of the picture. I remember we did one called The Christmas Detour, and it was supposed to take place during a blizzard. Now, we were doing this in Vancouver, Canada in July, and it was like the hottest July they'd had on record or something, and it's supposed to be a blizzard. So we have all this fake snow, and it's soap foam, and we're blowing it constantly, so there's always a blizzard happening. And my poor actress in the show, Candace, at nighttime, she'd go home and her hair was like a helmet because of all this soap had just hardened on her head. It was incredible. But then also you've got the snow machines. This is something the audience might not know, but it's kind of fun. The snow machines that blow the snow on the wind and everything, they make noise. So the actors are speaking their dialogue, and there's this sound going off camera, and they're trying to emote, and they're trying to bring depth and meaning to the dialogue that I've written for them, and it's going on. So we have to go back into the dubbing stage afterwards and loop all that dialogue and put it back in again. So they have to go back to that same emotional place in the scene and try to make it all work.
It was surreal coming back to shoot a Hallmark Christmas movie in Brisbane. Like I never ever thought, and this movie has come so far. I auditioned for it years and years ago, and to see like the views that A Royal in Paradise and now Royal in Paradise 2 have been getting are just through the roof. And it looks like, I mean, here's the tea or the scoop. We are in discussions of doing a third one. Who knows which way it's going to go? So to each time I've been able to do this movie or a part of this series, to go back and do it home, do it in Australia, that's one of the greatest parts of it.
I think we can make that happen.
Oh, wonderful.
I think Christmas movies matter now at this particular moment in the zeitgeist, worldwide zeitgeist, is because Christmas gives you hope.
All you have to do is watch the news for 30 seconds to understand why Hallmark movies exist. These movies are maybe what people put on when things are a little bit hard, or they're feeling lonely or scared or just unsure about what the world or tomorrow looks like. And so to be able to, for an hour and a half, trust that, oh, everything's gonna be okay. I can go with these characters and everything's gonna be all right. I absolutely understand why these movies exist and why they are so important to continue making them.
Christmas has sort of become, it's not just like a Christian thing. It's like, even if you're, whatever you believe, I think people still like the traditions. People like the, idea of family getting together, of giving, to people who are less fortunate, or giving to your family members, and that spirit of Christmas. And, I think that's what the important thing is.
People are having a hard time with hope right now, which I think is unfortunate, because there's a great deal to be hopeful for. I know it looks grim and bleak, but if there's any advantage of having done this for so long, it's that things have always looked grim and bleak, unless you look at it from a slightly different point of view, because there's always good things out there. There's always goodness. And Christmas movies, I think, present the idea of a world where kindness rules, and you can make somebody's life better by giving them a gingerbread man at Christmas time. And I believe firmly that the world is really in need of a sense that there is joy to be had.
And sometimes I get a little frustrated where I'll see outside sources comment on Hallmark in a negative way, where it's like, oh, all the acting is the same, and it's by the numbers, and there's nothing new or refreshing or different. And I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I think that Hallmark right now is turning a very cool corner, and they are leaning more into comedy. They're leaning more into greater representation. So the stories that they're telling, they are different. And with all that being said, in my opinion, there are great actors on the network. Yes, of course, I understand where the stereotype comes from, but I think people are saying that haven't watched a Hallmark movie in a long time, in my opinion.
So I can show the world that autistic people can do great things. And so my dad will be proud of me.
This is what I want to do. I want to make a Hallmark Australian Christmas film.
A very Vegemite Christmas? Would that work at all? I don't know. There'd have to be kangaroos.
I think it'd be something, something like that where you bring a little bit of the northern culture. Maybe it's a visitor coming from the States or, down to Australia who missed the winter and, meets an Aussie guy or something like that. And, who has this, maybe he's got shaved ice or a snow cone business or whatever. And then he turns it to, making snow, something like that, I think would be good.
I think people would love to see that. People are all bundled up and it's freezing. Let's show them what Australia looks like at Christmas time. Please, everyone, don't forget to tune in to Christmas Castle Proposal, A Royal in Paradise 2 on Channel 9 on December 1st. Thank you so much for having me.